Hello everyone, this is Lin Yi welcoming you all back to another video. Let's get into my journey again. While Lee and I were sitting thinking about what to do next, I realized that if I hadn't treated all those other ghosts to a meal, I might have been in the same situation as the other two. I understood that not only was there a strict system in place, but there was also something within me that had been protecting me until now. The bookkeeper started explaining to me that it was a tradition at the Underworld Inn for all workers to eat at the table together. As the bookkeeper was speaking, the cleaner came in from outside, surprised that he was speaking so respectfully to a little human like me. Along with the cleaner, a pink-haired girl entered the room. She was assigned to cleaning duties, but upon entering, she was shocked that we were still unharmed. If I had known better, I would have suspected that she wanted us to get hurt in the first place. She sat in a corner, and if I hadn't had any spiritual awareness, I wouldn't have been able to sense her jealousy towards me. However, I knew that despite her power, she couldn't harm me. It was also clear that the staff at the Underworld Inn didn't get along with each other very well. Both staff members tried to settle their disputes with words, but the cleaner attacked me, claiming that I was neglecting my duties by not clearing the table. She swung her broom at me, but the attack was easily blocked by my yin energy tool, the Necklace of Souls. Currently, her skills are no match for mine, and she has no power over me. Her hatred towards me has grown, and if I don't handle the situation carefully, the bookkeeper and the boss may see my strength as a facade, putting me in danger. Just then, a ghost entered the dining room, who was even more powerful than Miss Zhang herself. As both the bookkeeper and Miss Young bowed their heads and greeted the cook, I knew how to manipulate him to do my bidding in the inn. A veteran player quickly placed the hot pot on the table. As we saw, one of his arms was missing, likely due to his actions in the kitchen. The food he brought was unappetizing, but I couldn't leave it uneaten and risk angering the spirits. The chef began pouring his savory wine into a cup. Even the cup seemed to regret his actions, and the chef gulped down the wine. I knew this was my chance to win him over. When I was overwhelmed, I pulled out the soul-nourishing wine from my inventory. As I poured the wine into the cup, even the cup seemed to enjoy every moment. For the first time, the chef gulped down the wine without hesitation, savoring its deep flavor and rejuvenating yin energy. I encouraged him to continue drinking, and as he enjoyed the wine, I poured the rest of the bottle into the cup. Seeing that my bottle was almost empty, he started slurping the wine instead of gulping it down. When the cook realized the wine was almost finished, I took another bottle from my inventory and told him to continue drinking without hesitation. He started calling me his brother, which surprised everyone in the inn, especially the cleaner. She was clearly plotting against me. We started a discussion about the quality of the food compared to the wine, and the chef agreed that the true flavor of a wine could only be enjoyed with great food. He agreed to prepare something special for us, but I pointed out that he didn't have any high-quality ingredients. I suggested using ghosts as ingredients, which he found intriguing. The cleaner protested, claiming she had done nothing wrong. The bookkeeper defended me, pointing out that she had attacked me earlier. The chef quickly dealt with her, as she had violated the rule of not making a mess at the dining table. The cook took the cleaner's body to prepare a dish. I realized that Mr. Lee, the bookkeeper, was also keeping an eye on me. I offered him a bottle of wine, but he was afraid of me, knowing I could easily dispose of him as I had done with the cleaner. The bookkeeper was torn between accepting the wine and angering the chef. To avoid this conflict, he offered me a 1,000-year-old petrified wood from Sar Rajasthan. I accepted the wood as a gift but insisted on trading it for money, following the rules of the spirit world. I gave him 3 strings of copper coins. Everyone was shocked by the value of the trade, and even the veteran player realized that I was one of the powerful ghost family members he had only heard about. With this deal, I completed my second challenge task, obtained the ghost contract of primal value, and secured a second chance at life. I wanted to use the ghost contract as soon as possible, but the bookkeeper was a valuable ally, and I couldn't waste the contract on him. Just as I was considering my options, the chef entered the dining room with the dish he had prepared. Since it was the first time the chef had ever prepared a meal like this, he wanted me to try it. I was hesitant at first, but I took a bite and immediately felt my spiritual energy increasing. I complimented his food and the nutritional benefits. We spent the rest of the time eating and drinking, which significantly boosted my spiritual energy. After we had finished, the boss of the Underworld Inn told the bookkeeper to take everyone to their sleeping places and called me to speak with her in private. I took this opportunity to meet with the boss directly. I expected her to punish me, but instead, she apologized for making me wait on the tables. I assured her that I didn't hold any grudges and was simply enjoying my life in my own way. She agreed that I had the right to live my life as I pleased, but it had also affected her business. I explained that it was wrong for the cook to treat her that way, but she pointed out that it was because of me that she died and demanded compensation for her loss. She asked me to pay 50 threads of copper, which I did using my cash card. I also wanted to take the cook with me, but the boss said the cook was her property and couldn't be released so easily. A cook was considered more valuable than a cleaner. I paid another 100 threads of copper to obtain a contract that would release the cook from her possession, allowing him to choose whether or not to work for me. I asked the boss if I could buy her, but she replied that the Underworld Inn and she were not for sale, regardless of the price. The girl was shocked that I didn't offer her any money. I returned to the shed, our sleeping quarters. The veteran player asked me if I was really from a hermit family, and I explained that I had experienced something he wouldn't understand. They didn't ask any further questions. From our conversation, I learned about an online forum for beta players to chat and share their experiences. I also discovered a new government organization named Number 9 Feet Investigation Center, which helps players trade yin energy tools and keep ghost commanders in check. The veteran player was an unofficial agent of the organization. A person could become an official agent if they had already contracted a ghost and made it their subordinate. I asked if we had to enter a dungeon every now and then, and he explained that we would be summoned every 2 weeks until we completed the beta test. Some players even pay to enter the dungeon, as it can be dangerous but also offers opportunities to become powerful. He also explained that our faces would be unrecognizable after leaving the dungeon. We prepared to go to sleep. The cash card I had used earlier took effect, giving me 10 million nether tokens. I also received a new task. The next day, after we woke up, the bookkeeper came in to assign our daily tasks. I asked him about the cook's whereabouts and went to the kitchen to find him. When I entered the kitchen, the cook offered me some of the food he had made, but I declined. I asked him if he really wanted to work as a chef in the small diner. He was disheartened and admitted that he had no choice, as he was fighting in the inner circle and was about to lose his life. The inn's owner had saved him, but he had to become her slave. He longed to escape and enjoy all kinds of booze in the world. I told him I would help him in any way possible and offered him a job. I couldn't promise him anything, but I would definitely give him the best booze he had ever tasted. I destroyed the contract that bound him to the boss. He agreed to work for me without hesitation and signed the contract in just a minute. His attributes were far superior to mine, making him a valuable follower. From that moment on, he stopped calling me brother and started calling me master. The dungeon time had been completed early, and only 3 of us were left alive: me, Lee, and the veteran player. Before leaving, Lee came up to me and gave me her contact information. She told me she was from River City, a prominent family there. I exited the dungeon and returned to my room. I would like to thank everyone for watching until now. To find out what happens next, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as I will be posting a new video soon. Adios, amigos.